All right. How you doing? It is Monday morning, MLK Day. Happy MLK Day to you. What a great weekend we have to recover on today. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, coming to you Monday through Friday right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We cover everything in the world of HBCU sports, local and regional, high school and collegiate coverage as well, and so much more. Our social media handles for Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are at The Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. And of course, our 24-hour dial-in message center, 713-570-6736. And without any further delay, we'll jump right into today's episode. Today's episode is being brought to you by the good people from JZE Building and Restoration, located in the Cypress, Texas area, covering Houston and beyond. They're doing everything from remodeling to a total new construction. They have everything that you would need in one stop. Why don't you give them a call today at 832-319-8477. And of course, no one should ever be without legal services. And attorney Lee Van Richardson is available to help you get over that legal hump. He's located at 1047 Austin Street in Hempstead, Texas. You can schedule an appointment, I don't know about today, but Tuesday for sure at 979-826-8008. Man, I don't even know where to begin with the weekend that was this past weekend. We had a thriller in both the AFC and the NFC championship games, both games going into overtime. The Prairie View A&M University Panthers women's and men's basketball teams continue to stay hot. The Lady Panthers end up 4-1 as they were victorious over Jackson State, winning by the score of 76-67. Shayla Dobbins leading the way with 18 points for the Panthers. Now, although the Panthers had a rather comfortable win, they seem to be a little lethargic. From out there checking them out, we'll get a chance to speak with Coach Sandy Pugh about that. They look good, but they seem flat, if there's any way possible to have both of those things working. But nonetheless, they were able to take care of business. They will face the Grambling State Tigers today at 4 p.m. at the Baby Dome. A little earlier start than usual, but with the MLK celebration, come on out, check out the Lady Panthers as they host the Tigers of Grambling State. On the men's side, Panthers, they too were a bit flat, but they had enough scrap in them to pull out the 55-51 victory over the Tigers. Big night for the Panthers as they had 3 scores to get into double digits. Lister had 11 points on the night. Andrus had 12 points and 7 rebounds. And Mr. Reliable, Gary Blackston, had a double-double, 10 points and 10 rebounds. The Panthers are now 5-0 on the men's side. And this is the first time that the Panthers have been 5-0 since 2003, some 16 years ago. And they could stretch that to 6-0 with a win tonight over the Grambling State Tigers. That tip-off, of course, will be 30 minutes at the conclusion of the women's tip-off starting at 4. So come on out to the Baby Dome, check things out, and see history in the making. Coach Byron Smith and Sandy Pugh have the Panthers on a roll. And speaking about on a roll, how about the AFC and the NFC championship games? Exciting games to watch, some controversy on both sides of the track. All four teams were victim of poor officiating. But let me say this and let me be loud and clear on this. I don't want to hear blown officiating calls as the reason that your team won or lost. Bad officiating has been a historical landmark with sports, in particular that of the NFL. Being a Pittsburgh Steelers fan myself, I don't want to hear any excuses about any bad calls about why your team fell short. In both cases, teams blew double-digit leads. And when you have that, you have more than a notion than one play or 2 or 3 plays that determine the overall outcome of the game. Were they big calls? Absolutely. But for Dat Nation, you didn't say, man, we don't want that ball that went through the Eagles receiver's hand on the last play drive or the last second drive. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Not hating, just acknowledging. I know it's tough, it's rough, and it's just the way it is. And I know Kansas City is sick. The roughing the passer situation that was called against Tom Brady was just flat out robbery. But this is not the first time. We know this. It's inexcusable for the defensive end to be lined up in the neutral zone in such a critical time. I understand the anticipation and the anxiety of the moment where you want to get a good jump, but someone need to check up and down the line. Last I checked, linebackers' responsibility is to make sure that no one's lined up in the neutral zone. You got coaches on the sidelines. I know it's a lot of noise going on right now, but certain things are just unacceptable. But it is what it is. And as I stated, I'm a Steelers fan. I'm on the outside looking in. I'm not hating. But what climatic finishes for both of them. What can you say about Tom Brady and Bill Belichick? Even in a flat year, they still make things happen. With some aid, of course. But hey, it is what it is. 8 consecutive AFC titles, 3 Super Bowl trips in a row. Only one to come close to that, of course, are the Buffalo Bills, who still can't believe never did win one. And what the Los Angeles Rams were able to do in the Big Easy. And by the way, I had a strange feeling it was going to be a good day because the first tackle made in the game on special team was by none other than Prairie View's own Kadaro Hodge. Set the tempo. Rams win 26-23, 57-yard field goal. That's kicking in clutch situations. And before the Big Easy go crazy, yeah, you had some bad calls, but it wasn't a bad call on that interception that Drew Brees threw. That's just the way it rolled. Drew Brees is a bad man. Did some bad things. But we can't hang our hats on just a couple of calls here and there. Trust me, I'm still aching over the touchdown that was for a moment, but then reversed against the New England Patriots. I am at a loss for words of coulda, woulda, shouldas as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. But as they tell me, you got to put on your big boy britches and keep it moving. So now the stage is set. The Pats against the Rams. A revisit of the Super Bowl that took place in Houston, Texas. We'll see if Brady still has the Super Bowl magic left, or will the Rams get redemption? It is going to be extremely intense. The scary thing about this is Belichick has 2 weeks to prepare for the Rams. McVay has 2 weeks to come up with some wicked, mad plays. So it's going to be strength against strength. On paper, you would have to say the Rams are slightly favored. But on grit, determination, experience, and just show enough getting it done, you could never underestimate the New England Patriots. It's going to be very interesting to see how this one unfolds. But we got a couple of weeks before that happens. Meanwhile, we got some basketball to take care of at the Baby Dome today, beginning at 4 p.m. I want to thank you guys so much for all of your calls of condolences, your text, emails, inbox, in every which way that you have on the passing of my daughter. We will finalize her celebration of life this Saturday, January the 26th. And we are yet still holding on, thanking God for the life that was. Thanking you guys for all of your support and for all of the condolences and the love that you've shown. This too shall pass. All things work out according to those that love the Lord. And with that being said, I must exit stage left. I am the radio guy, the Dr. Mike Prince. Remember to follow us on our social media handles of Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is the OpenMic Broadcast Network. Our website is obnradio.com. And, of course, the 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. Until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.